Hello everyone, I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas break and Happy New Year. Winter started with a bang with two big dumps of snow. We have had our own car for 2 winters now, and during the first we already contemplated whether we should get winter tires or not. At a stage I even told a friend moving from Toronto that winter tires aren't really needed in Vancouver. But I've had a change of opinion and I will tell you why and give you some more information to help you decide if it is worth your while. First off, for Canadians, this might seem like a common sense topic. However, where I'm from in South Africa, we don't know anything about winter tires. We also don't really drive on snow. When it does snow, it's usually up on the mountains or high mountain passes, and people going up there might be going up there with off-road vehicles. Although we do get snow in the mountain passes, it typically doesn't last long, so the roads are just closed until the snow melts for a day or two. You can identify winter tires by the two peaks mountain symbol located on the wall of the tire. M&S stands for mud and snow, and is typically all season tires. Unless they've got that mountain symbol, they are however not winter tires. So first of all, what makes a winter tire special? Well, they are made of a compound that performs optimally at temperatures below 7 degrees Celsius. Americans should ask Siri what that would be in their language. So the performance in the low temperatures is due to the pliable nature of the rubber compound used in winter tires, providing better grip even in non-snowy conditions. Most cars are sold with all-season tires in Canada, or at least in Vancouver for that matter. And although this is rated for all conditions, it performs optimally at temperatures above 7 degrees Celsius. When you go below that temperature, the compound becomes hard and rigid and you start losing traction. In the same sentence, it should also be mentioned that when you drive winter tires in too warm conditions, it will result in excessive tire degradation, so be sure to time the change of your tires well in a place like Vancouver. The next thing is siping, or the small little slits on the surface of the tire. This is not to be mistaken for the tire tread. Winter tires provide more siping in winter rain and snow, preventing skidding and shortening stopping distances in these conditions. Then lastly, winter tires obviously have deeper treads than your all-season tires, providing better traction in soft snow conditions. You can also add studs to certain winter tires if the conditions on the road are icy, since in those conditions, even typical winter tires won't be gripping too well. So back to the point, is it worth your while of dropping over 1,000 Canadian dollars in a place like Vancouver that doesn't dip below 0 degrees that often in the winter and typically doesn't see a lot of snow, although the last couple of seasons has been different. Some questions you should ask yourself is, am I reliant on a car to get to work? Because even though the roads are covered with snow, you're often expected to still show up at work. And if you have a vehicle tire combination that doesn't do well in snow, this could be a problem. Then also, do you plan on journeying outside of Vancouver during the period of 1 October until April 30th? Most of the highways will have signs requiring winter-rated tires during this period, and not all season tires. And these signs you start seeing not too far outside Vancouver. Hello everybody, so this is future me interrupting sleep deprived me just to say M&S tires or all season tires are legal in the winter time on BC highways. However, they are the minimum requirement. Anyway, back to the vlog. Cheers. I would also recommend it for the people commuting in from the surrounding areas like Surrey and Delta, as the roads in between there and Vancouver can often be affected by snow, even though Vancouver itself is not covered in snow. Many people might say all seasons is perfectly fine to drive, unless there is snow on the roads at the time. For me, it is a lot like air conditioning in the summer. You really might only need it 2 to 3 weeks of the year. You might not even venture out that much, but I wanted the freedom to move about and visit surrounding towns, even if the conditions are a bit snowy. Another quick consideration is storage, as you will have 4 tires to store each season, and space is a luxury in Vancouver. There are other options though than storing them at home. You can pay about $70 to $100 for 6 months of storage. So that's roughly $140 to $200 a year. Tire Shack in Richmond was the cheapest I could find, but I ended up storing mine at 1010 Tire, which is just down the road of me. They're also the place I actually bought my tires for $80 less than the competition at the time. I would say shop around for the best price. They say in January the rush is typically over and you will start seeing some clearance events. I had mine fitted a day before the winter storm started. I also say winter tires is one of those things you regret not having when you need them all of a sudden. And if you can afford them, get them. Having a heavier vehicle like the SUV with all-wheel drive definitely helps a lot in winter conditions. But the winter tires took me from being able to drive in the snow to being able to drive with confidence in the snow. But ironically, after Christmas, we went from -10 to +10, and even the snow in the mountains have been melting. But I'm sure more snow is still in store for Vancouver this coming year. So ultimately, it's up to you if you think you'll need it, if you can afford it. Everybody is in their own situation. So I hope somebody got some good information from this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you'd like to see more informative videos, please subscribe and you'll be notified if you hit the bell when I post a new video. As always, stay safe and have a good one. Cheers.